The idea was, and the idea is, has been to find ways to bring together kind of social science research principle and what other people and what people can bring in terms of their lived experience of incarceration, the carceral state, and the commissary system and financial problems going through the criminal justice system.
Well, in the beginning it was kind of hard because I was like confused on like which voice should I use in the interview. Should I come across more as a researcher and sort of like make it seem like I'm unaware of the commissary system, because I actually am a member of the demographic of that I'm interviewing for the project. So I was kind of confused, like, do I want to keep it strictly professional and I guess act like I have no knowledge of commissary, or should I just, like, how should I approach it? Should I approach it from a more social perspective or from a more academic perspective? But after a while, I sort of found my voice and I was able to like link both to like extract sort of the best interview from the subjects that we interviewed.
Talking and writing about experiences that were so far away from me in many ways, although I got to meet some of the people and to know them quite well, but kind of felt that my voice wasn't enough to represent these experiences. And so I was very open and already thinking about how one could go beyond that and how one could maybe create collaboration that allow multiple voices to come in and to tell these stories in a more compelling way.
Now I see things from like a different dynamic. Like I see, like before I'm just seeing it from a person sitting inside a cell. Now I'm studying the household. Like I'm studying the household. I'm watching the household being stripped. You take the male figure out the house. Sometimes this male figure is the breadwinner. So now you take this guy out the house, you bring the person that's bringing in the majority of the money into the house. You take him out the house, the asset, you put him inside the cell, now he's a bigger spit.
You know, we know money matters in the criminal justice system, but how much they also matter for the day-to-day of those who are inside, and how, which include both just being able to sustain yourself, but also being able to maintain an identity and a sense of self throughout this kind of very traumatic experience. Unfortunately, for many people, seem to also depend on access to resources, which then also means that, you know, the family that are already stretched and financially kind of impoverished, they have to pump more money into this system because they know their loved one depend on that in so many different ways, you know, psychologically and materially and health-wise.
Like I said, we're trying to show the world like what's really taking place, and the world has a real big misconception of what jail is really like. You know, there's a lot of things people think happen in jail that don't happen. So this is important to let other people know, and therefore, and then hopefully make changes in there. If you had asked me, I don't know, 10 years ago, maybe even 5 years ago, like would they change jail? I'd be like, never. But I'm seeing them change jail. Maybe it's not moving, maybe the change is not happening so much in jail for people, which, no, it is. So, but they are making changes, and these changes I know are coming from research like this.